Welcome back to Limbus Company Daily Mirror Dungeon. It's time for, once again, another kind of run that's going to be fairly simplistic. We'll roll with whatever this is going to be. Broken Compass, Broken Revolver, sure. We're doing K Corp Hong Lu solos. He's like kind of like the most, like, standard of the solo run IDs at this point. Just because he's got a lot of HP. I feel like I gotta do it. I feel like I've done, like, solo Hong Lu's in, like, every other mirror dungeon, so might as well do it here as well. I've already got him, you know. I've done a couple solo attempts already, and the other day I did some where I tried using what's her name? Where I used Sank Otis, which is a 2-star, and you know it didn't exactly go the best. It's definitely possible, but it would just taken a little bit of a better start than what I got. That's fine by me. So of course, with Hong Lu, of course, the first thing you need to make sure you get to your 5 Gluttony so you get his passive active, otherwise he will just die when he reaches his low HP. 5 Gluttony is our priority. I probably should have been using my block a little bit more, since that it is a Gluttony block, and it is how we get our ampules in. But because this is Mirror Dungeon 3, we can be staggered, unlike Mirror Dungeon 2. So there's going to need to be a little bit of caution on that front. We'll do something like this. That'll work. This will bring us to 5 Gluttony next turn. We're going to get a little block in, so we'll get an ampule. We get a kill here. Everything's just going well. You're doing a little bit of damage, that's fine. We're at the part where things are going to be... I mean, these guys aren't doing very much damage in the first place, so there's not really that much of a need to be too concerned with what's going on here. You want to see, like, I didn't bother actually getting any special ego gifts. I could have gone, like, Rupture or something. That might have been a good idea. I just went random because, like, might as well. We did get the Broken Gun, though, which is not a bad thing. Broken Revolver weakens enemies with Rupture. We do inflict some Rupture. Best thing for us probably would have been, like, Thunder Branch. Think about it, because, like, I mean, it means your skill 2 would be Rupture neutral, and we wouldn't have a good way to get Rupture, like, consistently, though, beyond using your ego. Which we definitely could use. It is very good with K Corp Hong Lu, because of the very beneficial fact that Dimension Shredder passive means that you get an additional revive, in case they go south for whatever reason. Which they very well might, especially against some of these later bosses. We'll have to see. I think if we get staggered at a really bad timing, they could definitely get through, like, a couple hundred HP on, like, later floor fights. I don't know if they'd be enough to just straight up kill us, though. Okay, we're gonna take a blunt encounter after this one, a little scary. Nebulizer. Interesting, very interesting. Oh, if we can actually get this. 50-50 with you. No luck. No Nebulizer after all. That's a shame. Would have been good to have. This is a blunt encounter. We might have a rough time here. If it is N Corp, then yeah, this is gonna be rough. Potentially. Okay. We'll have to see if we can just do enough damage to these guys. We should be able to stagger you immediately with a Decay Blade, I'd presume. But, like, if you guys inflict a lot of bleed, we might be in a bad spot. Nice, okay, that's a good start. And they didn't even inflict any bleed on us. We've got a lot of bind, we've got some paralysis, that's a little unfortunate. We also cannot clash any of these this turn, so we're gonna get 3 bleed and 3 nails, alright. So this is where they start to build up. Hopefully we can kill maybe, like, the staggered guy here. It depends which of our attacks goes first, because that one would be the one that uses the paralysis. Okay, that's the better one. We take the counter, but we've got a strong skill 2 to use on the staggered guy. Okay, 1 dead. That's good. Now we can clash most things going on this turn. We'll be able to run out of bleed in time. And we shouldn't take any bleed this turn, although we will take some paralysis from you. We're close to being staggered, though. Not enough to actually get staggered this turn, so I think we've won the fight. Maybe I'm being overconfident. Not that we have any chances. I'm more so trying to say, I think we are not going to get staggered this fight. Oh. Double Tails and Decay Blade's a little rude. Definitely reduces the damage output there, but that's fine. Still looking good. We should have almost as many skill slots as the opponents. Ooh. You're gonna get a couple hits in, though. Well, we should be able to kill you with Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna see the ampules in play now. That's good, at least. So we get, healed the full with one of these attacks this turn. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. With one ampule now, we're back to full HP. We take 10% more damage now because of the fragile we get every turn after our passive triggers. But really does not mean that much. Couple strugglings here. It's because of the paralysis. The paralyses. That's fine. Ooh. We get the gluttony resonance. We actually our favorite. It's lying to us. We were winning those clashes no matter what. We want to go for the blunt attack anyways, so of course we want to go for the resonance. But we should be pretty good. Oh yeah, we triggered the hostile passive. I think what? Did we deal more damage, take more damage when we have a gluttony absolute resonance because of the Ryoshu passive? Wasn't intentional, but we could potentially get some degree of benefit from that. Kind of questionable at that though, because it sure does mean we're gonna take more damage if we get a lot of gluttony stuff. If I'm not mistaken, that's the wrong place. Yeah, lowest max deals and takes 20% more damage whenever we get a gluttony resonance of 3 or more. Yeah. Could play to our advantage. We just need to try and think about that sometimes. But that is something we can trigger anytime we want because we do have gluttony defense skills, but we don't really want to use the gluttony defense skills for the sake of dealing damage because that's not exactly how that works. Okay, Golden Urn this early, Milepost this early. I think those are yeses. Lithograph, god, that is a lot of really good stuff for us. No luck, okay. No. Maybe? I'll take it. Why not? As this is something I forgot about last time, but in a solo run, there sure is no reason to worry about fusion gifts because you need to have a team of a status effect. Solo runs cannot trigger any fusion ego gifts. Which slipped my mind a little bit last time. So I was trying to get the fusion ego gift on Otis. I never actually got to getting it, but if I had, I would have realized what a crucial mistake I would have made. Oh, you guys are gonna bleed us. That's a little scary. Never something I thought about going into the Pirates. Because, I haven't done too many solos yet in Mirrodin 3, so I haven't considered the fact that, yeah, these guys sure do inflict a lot of bleed when they get, like, a bunch of attacks on you at once. Yeah, that's not good. Especially since if we die to bleed, we are just dead. It does not trigger the passive. Oh, that is not good. We desperately need to get hit here. And I do mean desperately, so I'm gonna do something like this, perhaps. Trigger some... I don't really want to go full defensive here. Okay, we can use this, we get the passive active. That should hopefully be fine, but we need to defend a little bit here because we cannot afford actually attacking very much. That was a little bit of a shocker. Okay, so this isn't the most free thing. I really should have just egoed turn 1 with Hong Lu. Because the thing is, his revival from his He ego does a trigger on bleed. If we could take Rupture you get this time. Sure. Could do something for us. Might as well. The gifts we took last time didn't particularly help us, so we can start with these this time. Scary stuff, though. Scary stuff. If I do this, I'm forced to take a blunt encounter no matter what here. Do I want Slash or Pierce? Probably Slash. Oh, whoops. I forgot to change the team. Still very annoying how it does that. Just need to make it so that, I don't like how it saves the actual order you send sinners in because of how often I change the default theme. It definitely is good if you're running with, like, a set team every time or, like, a set rotation of 6 teams. But it just means that I keep on forgetting to actually, like... I keep on seeing that it's, oh yes, I've already selected my units, let me go in. And then, the brain is instinctively like, yes. We do not need to pay any attention. When I really should be paying attention. That sort of thing. Well, we have an excised target immediately, so we can stagger you. Even double tails, which, you know, was a little unfortunate. Was able to double stagger you. That's nice. Hey, do we bother with... I mean, we want to bother with this because it's the gluttony, yeah. That's the important thing about it. We need to get our gluttony up. So we need to use a lot of skill 2s / blocks. Just to make sure that we can, not die if we do take too much damage from these guys. Yeah, something like this should be good enough. We take some damage, we take some power down next turn. Little rude. Little rude. I'd probably be fine with a little bit of power down, though. It's not that big of a deal. You've got a little bit of a rupture already. How swell. Our only way to get rupture count up without using your ego is to have a bunch of ampules and then use the skill 3, though. Because that's the only rupture count infliction on Hong Lu's actual kit. And even then, it's what, equal to the amount of ampules, I think? Something like that? And look at the amount of K Corp ampules, yeah. Which is not going to happen too often. Because we need to actually build up ampules, which I probably should get into the habit of doing, at least a little bit. Just kind of like blocking turn 1, turn 2, something like that. That's the strategy, right? Like, turn 1, you either... Your first priority is to use your heat ego so you have the revive passive in case you need it, and to block for at least 1 ampule if you want to have a little bit of passive healing. That one's more so just so you can have higher HP whenever you go into the next fight. Because you don't want to be too close to staggering or too close to death at the start of a fight. Then things could go bad. Could go south real quick. If there's an attack that can do like over like 100 damage or stupid amount of damage with a single coin, then it theoretically could bring Hong Lu from like 50 to 0, just straight up like that. Okay, Nixie Divergence, I'll take it because I can sell it or something later. Or I could just save it. No need to use it. This might be more N Corp guys. Hopefully that'll be fine. We'll see. Oh no, it's bugs. Okay. That's pretty easy to deal with then. You're weak to slash too, so we're just gonna do a nice excised target on you. Pierce is weak, slash is strong on us. And I guess we don't stagger you immediately though, yeah, even with our skill 3, just because your stagger threshold is fairly far away. Okay. Get a couple more attacks in. Okay, blades are good. Okay, now that guy's been staggered. That's good, we can do some damage to him. We are not likely to kill with him with our skill 1. That's fine, he'll be low enough that any skill should be able to finish that top right bug off. He sure is bugging me, huh? Oh, we actually did get a little bit of rupture count off there. Interesting. Skill 3 is just getting some rupture count. Right? Was that what that was? Because, like, the thing about Thunder Branch is Thunder Branch doesn't work on enemies that don't have rupture already, yeah? That's kind of like the big issue. Oh, that's fine. I auto-damaged on accident, but it was the exact same outcomes I was already going for, so it didn't matter at all. Okay, I guess we just gotta build up rupture on people, any means we have. What else is really good for that? I mean, we really want, the battery, standard duty battery. That would be really good for getting rupture up high. If we get Thrill, we'd just win. Not that we are in a bad spot anyways, but, would be funny. I also did not look at what I really should have looked at what the boss for this floor is before I, you know, committed to this run. Not that I was gonna re-roll if it was pirates again, but this would have been a nice thing to keep in mind beforehand. It is a blunt weak one, so it is not Smee. Let's see if we can get some good stuff here. Broken Revolver is rupture, but nothing like actually that good for me. Most Fortune is really good. Yeah, I'll take that. Nothing else that calls out to me. Painkiller is really good just to make sure that I don't take too much damage when I get staggered. Hong Lu skill. We give you more skill 3s probably, yeah. Of course we do. Low star means blunt and pride inflicts SP damage, which is something, but like not a lot. And we can... Ooh, hard choices. Sticky Muck is a lot of defense level down, so that could be good. Carmilla is just really good for normal fights, so I'll take Carmilla. Sure. And we have 60 cost to save. Probably should have saved a little bit more. I want to make sure I can upgrade a fair bit of things at this upcoming rest stop. But this is fine. Guido time. Not very fun. So we're going to immediately go for the Dimension Shredder here. To make sure we have the passive going. In case things go wrong here. And we take a lot of bleed. Yeah, you're inflicting 5 bleed on us. That's rude. Actually, if I corrode this, who's it going for? I should probably check that first and foremost. Oh, if we corrode this, this is the perfect target. We're going to prevent it from inflicting 5 bleed potency from this thing. And that's the only bleed potency from anyone on the team right now. Or on the enemy team right now, so... We do this, we get the tails, we lose some more sanity, we lose some more resources by doing it this way. But the counterpoint is, now I'm only going to have 1 bleed potency turn 2. So, like, I'm going to take, like, no bleed damage. Because of how nails work, I will get a single bleed potency, but that is fine. I also have a lot of bleed count. Hope they can get through that in just enough time. Oh. Phone notification noise. Very silly. Yeah, that is a lot of nails. God. What's that? Where did he get... Oh, yeah, the dimension. I immediately forgot where that guy's rupture was from, but no, I remember now. Silly me. I don't like that too much. We can go for a block here, maybe get an ampule in. That means we're going to take bleed. We're going to take bleed this turn no matter what, though. Just need to hope we don't take too much of it, I guess. I'll just clash. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate, yeah. There's some bleed potency coming in next turn. And here's even more bleed potency coming in next turn. That is rough. And we're about to get staggered too. I think we might get staggered this turn depending on what other attacks are coming in for us. Drive. That's a lot of bleed potency, oh god. And on top of the fact we already do have a lot of nails, yeah. What's this gonna be? 14, 15. Yeah. Can't say I'm shocked. That is awful. And we have -4 power this turn and 2 parabolicist, so like, we're rolling 2s on Decay Blade, 5s in Excised Dark. Yep. Okay. I mean, I gotta try my best. Whatever my best can entails. Yeah, I get staggered. Don't die before I get the chance to attack. I think this is another failed run, actually. We're having a little bit of trouble with K Corp Hong Lu. Oh. He just straight up did enough damage to not trigger the passive. Yeah. Sacrificial change really does mean a lot. Doesn't it? Unfortunate, because we had a good start. One more attempt. Wait, have I not claimed my... Oh, I guess I think I just proceeded to not notice that before. Okay. That happens. Usually it's just boxes, but I was like, wait a second, there shouldn't be any boxes there. And yeah, there really wasn't. Yeah, we'll roll with this again. It's a solid combo to start out with, that's for sure. And hopefully we get a better final boss this time. One that isn't going to bleed us to death. Slash, I don't think there's anything bleeding inflicting on the slash enemies, so that's fine. We'll need to take some blunts if I want to go to the shop here. Okay. That'll be fine. We can handle a couple of N Corp guys. It's just when it comes to like something like Smee or Gita, where it's like 6 enemies all inflicting a bunch of bleed. That's when things get dicey. Yeah, Decay Blade you. It was not a clash, so we did not inflict anything. That's sad. It is good that we are actually getting some rupture count off whenever we skill 2, skill 3. thanks to the Rupture on it and the Thunder Branch in play. Look at that. We'll get an Ampule in here. Want to get the Gluttony ready. These guys are doing some damage. It's a K Corp on K Corp fight right now. We just need to get rid of your skill ones. That's the main thing here, because your skill ones do not inflict Rupture. So therefore they are lame. Simple as that. I mean, I guess they do inflict Rupture through Talisman Bundle, but until we have that upgrade, it means they don't inflict Rupture count. They're not that great. Very great at, you know, reducing Rupture. We want to be able to inflict a lot of Rupture count here with our one guy. They only taking one attack this turn. That's nice. And we're actually, this turn is probably gonna be the one where we get to max sanity, right? I presume so. Yeah, this class should almost do it. It didn't. No, it just straight up did. Yeah, we just needed 3 classes there. Yep. Okay. Good. Good job. Good job, me. Couple more strong attacks incoming. And I mean, we're pretty good at this point. There's nothing in the game that can reduce bleed damage, I'm very certain. Yeah, like, the only thing like that is, like, the Rupture protection on, like, the Molar IDs, which is such a nothing stat effect, it's so comical. Nothing like that for bleed, though, and even if it was, it would just be like, oh yeah, take 1 less bleed damage from whenever you take bleed damage. It wouldn't be that. It wouldn't add up by the end. It'd probably be like a Lust Resonance passive or something like that, support passive. Like the worst passives imaginable. That kind of thing would give like bleed protection, right? I think so. So yeah, not exactly something I'm particularly thinking we need in the game. I guess there's some people that can purge status effects though, but I don't think the support passives do. Like DHA Rodion and N Corp Merceau's, they each have like at least a passive that can remove negative status effects from them. Varying levels of, you know, usefulness. And Merceau's requires you to be below half HP and get a 3 Wrath Resonance. Not going to happen too frequently. And DHA Rodians, I think, what is it? It just requires you to have like 2+ insight, right? Something like that. I don't remember. The status effect removal thing usually isn't the main thing about, you know, her gimmick. Should do another DHA Rodion solo though. That would have been more fun than K Corp Hong Lu. But like this is like the solo guy, you know. Or doing Sun Shower could also be fun. I don't know. K Corp Hong Lu is kind of like the most standard. I mean, he's the least interesting, but like the most consistent usually. Don't know about here though. The amount of bleed on the first floor has caused him a fair bit of trouble. He doesn't have a way to deal with bleed too well. That's true for most of them though. I think the key is probably just running someone who has a spammable blunt AoE attack, such as Heathcliff for AoE. That's like Suncliff can be great because it can fund his AEDD like on its own because it's just Bloom and Envy, I'm pretty sure. And then that, as long as you have that at Threadsman 4, it is a mass attack, I believe. Maybe it's Threadsman 3 that it becomes a mass attack. I don't know, something like that. But that makes it so you can just use that in situations where it's a bunch of like bleed people, notably when it's a bunch of N Corp people, and you can just blunt damage them to death. It's drop time. See what we get. And that is Rupture. Kind of boring Rupture though, so no need. Grey Coat's good for the mass attack type stuff. Not seeing a lot is really calling out to me. Oh, we can get another skill 3. Excellent. Probably should go for another skill 2 for, you know, safety, but that's fine. Lithograph, Painkiller, more resources. Perversion is more resources we already have. Not great. Prejudice is more healing. Just for safety, yeah, we'll take it. And then we'll save this 109, probably. Anything I want to sell? No, because we haven't gotten any new gifts because we haven't had any events yet. This isn't bad, actually. We don't have Lust, but this just means Hong Lu should get a consistent, what is it, 2 damage up if it's not Lust? Yeah, 2 damage up. If you did a Lust thing, it would be 3 damage, but now he just does 20% more damage in general. Really good thing to have, that's for sure. Now, it's slash weak fight, so it's not going to be anything too dangerous, I don't think. That's usually what it means. Could get the Shredder off immediately for safety. Don't really think it's necessary. That's just kind of wasting sanity that we don't really need to waste right now. We attack for now. We're on our best offensive behavior. And we'll see just how well we can go about killing this. Excised target's definitely going to be the focus here, slash moment. And whenever we stagger one of these guys, we will heal a little bit of HP. Very good ego gift for us. Yep, there it is. Lethograph triggered. 23 HP whenever we get a stagger. Pretty notable, and there's no cap on it. We can stagger a bunch of enemies in a single turn to just heal our HP up. Works pretty well. More of this. We get a kill here. That's something. It doesn't help us that much. We don't have like Chef Ryoshi or something on this team, so we're not going to get healing from kills. That guy's still slightly alive. Hopefully next turn we can kill him off, but if not, we'll kill him off next time we get a single attack on him. And you die here, though. That's good. That's a kill. It means we're doing a little bit better in the speed slot ratio of 2 teams. Means we can clash with a higher percentage of the enemy's attacks. Thanks to them having less attacks in general. And of course our attacks will increase, their attacks decrease because of the death effectively. So it's looking good still. You're gonna get your Rampart command off. Scary stuff. Very scary. Swipes actually could be a little scary. If you get heads and stuff. Yeah, there's the stagger actually. Okay. We're gonna be fine. These guys do not inflict nearly enough of anything for me to be worried. And we've got 3 protection this turn thanks to having the pills, so you're not doing very much damage either way. How convenient. Yeah, cry all you want. We don't care, Bugman. You're not Gregor. We do not care about that Bugman. I'll take some damage here. You actually can inflict 5 rupture count with your attack. How fancy. Very interesting. It's always interesting seeing stuff like that, especially because we do have a K Corp Otis ID that's supposed to be based on that manager guy. But, like, for some reason, like, there's no rupture on that one. Instead, it's, like, got some minor sinking, like, some synergy. Very minor. It's similar to that, except not quite as good, where it's just, like, oh, yeah, 9 sinking potency on hit with your skill 3. So, it's, you know, it's more, but it's potency instead of count. And it's just a completely different status effect, very strangely. I'm kind of surprised they weren't like, oh, let's give K Corp Otis a mass attack. Like, make it so she got a 2-weight skill 3. This guy does do that. Like with, oh no, not this one, the other K Corp guys. It's the revived one, the one in the actual Canto 1 dungeon itself, instead of, no, the one in the actual Reminisced War part of the dungeon. You know, like the one that's got all, like, the barbed wire type appearance. Instead of being the one who's relatively fine. Fine as you can be as a bug person. Bar is pretty low. Good stuff, though. Good stuff. We can finally get past the first floor. This is our 3rd attempt, and we're already half an hour in. God. I'll take Nixie Divergence here so that I don't get a damage boost. Rupture Infliction does not matter. Bleed Infliction is actually probably the worst thing for us to get here. That wasn't one of the options, but if we did get it, it would be a very clear no. Even if it was something good, if it increased the amount of bleed damage enemies inflicted, like, that could be such a bad thing for us. We start off with a little bit of Decay Blade. Let it rip. More times. We get a skill 3 now, so we can do good damage on the bottom left guy. There's a stagger, which means we get more healing thanks to lithograph. Which means I'm pretty sure we healed more damage than they dealt this turn. Oh yeah, especially without all additional healing because the target had rupture. Yeah, look at that. What a swell benefit. Take some damage. The pattern continues as normal. We've more or less won the run at this point, right? Right, surely. Oh yeah, this guy's got a bunch of ruptures, so we heal even more from this guy. Jeez. Oh, silly. Another kill, and you get staggered. We're already at max HP, so that healing doesn't do anything for us, but we'll still take it. Could trigger the Gluttony Resonance there if we wanted to. Tempting, tempting, I know, but it doesn't do much. It means we take more damage, deal more damage, and our skill 2 is not as good as our skill 3 for this fight anyway, so we want to go for the skill 3 instead. There's the victory, though. What is it? Event, fight, rest stop, I think? Excited for the rest stop. We'll have a decent bit of cost and time for that, so we can upgrade at least one thing to ++. No, I can't. I unfortunately can't see your master's portrait too well, buddy. Trust me, trust me. Headless portrait. And yeah, blunt enemy time. Little bit scary, but not that much scary. Okay, yeah, it's these guys too. The reminiscent bug people. I think we've got a skill 2, but it's going for one of the ones that's weak to slash instead of being weak to blunt, so that's unfortunate. We just keep on attacking. How much damage could these guys do? Really? Really? Not much, methinks. Not much. Okay, there's a blunt on a blunt weak enemy. We don't do enough to stagger, of course. That guy's got a far stagger threshold. This guy's weak to slash, though. He has a lot of HP, though, but not quite enough. There's a stagger. There's a heal. Yippee yahoo. Finish that guy with skill 2. So we can save that skill 3 for the guys that are weak to the slash attacks. A little close to being staggered there, but we should be set now. We'll win these clashes and claim our destiny. You know how it is. We do love claiming our destiny here. It's fine. High speed this turn, so we're actually going first before we get any one-sided attacks headed our way. So we should be able to get a stagger off on one of these guys, right? Yeah, you. Okay, there we go. More HP healed. Good stuff. And we kill you as well. Yeah. Fine by me. And we can clash everything this turn. Alright. That means we've won. I think a celebration is in order. That celebration is going to be the rest stop, where we are going to make, like... What should I do? Should I do Thunder Branch ++? Is that the best idea there, or is the Talisman ++ the best idea? I guess I'll have to see. I could just get them both plus, and then, like, move from there. See which of them seems the most beneficial. Rest stop. Enhanced time. 3 rupture potency, 1 rupture count target. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, gloom skills inflict 3 rupture potency and 2 rupture count instead. Doesn't help us too much. I don't think we've got a single gloom skill. I mean, it means we inflict more rupture potency, but I'll go for talisman instead, I think. 3 rupture potency on target. And then if we get this to ++, Flash goes in like rupture potency and earns like rupture count on top of that. So that's good. Thunder Branch, this is a cool effect. More rupture potency. I mean, we're still gonna want this, of course. Not as big of a deal though, because it's not a more rupture count unless we have gloom skills. And when you look at that, we don't have any gloom skills unless we use our, you know, Zayn Ego. We're gonna need something that actually builds up resources if we want to use it though. But anyways, it's 70 Queen time. Really easy fight. We just let her attack us and we attack her. Kind of just how it goes. Like, you, on top of, even if your attacks weren't pierced, you just don't do much damage at all. This is the very first Abno you fight in the game, though, so it makes enough sense that she's not too strong. But, like, excise target Decay Blade. Yeah, the roots have been destroyed. Still 520 HP left, but, like, what are you gonna do? Honestly. What do you think you can do to us? Us. No, what do you think you can do to him? There's only one person here, after all. I mean, now I think we just attack you. And we'll break the fruit, you get the little bit of vulnerability, and we should just win. Presumably. Ooh, you get an attack off, how scary. You don't die this turn quite yet. You're close to death. I also have 33 rupture on the fruit now. Our rupture's not bad. Our rupture's really not bad. We do this. Yeah. We're gonna get to the shop next turn. Our main priority is going to be changing changing Hong Lu's skills. Get rid of another skill 1. Because that'll be pretty beneficial, I think. 1 skill power does something for us. Yeah, the best. Best choice, I believe. Drop his bottom path, so we're gonna need to take a blunt attack. Or, not a blunt attack, a blunt fight. We are probably gonna have to take blunt attacks, though. Which we're neutral to, so that would be fine if so. Yep, blunt attacks inbound. Some slash too, which is a little worrying, but we should be fine. These guys don't have bleed or anything, so they might actually get a stagger on us. Especially if they get enough attack left to actually get the tremor count to like a high amount, tremor potency to a decent amount. They need to actually get the tremor count to a high amount first, though, which is unlikely to happen, yeah. We're just gonna keep on running out of tremor fast so they can inflict it on us. Not very good for you guys, that's for sure. And there's a stagger. This guy's also getting staggered here, no doubt about it, since you're actually weak to this attack. And yeah, there's the 1 stagger resist damage tremor burst. Oh, and you're inflicting tremor next turn. It means that you guys haven't inflicted any tremor count yet. Yeah, and you still didn't, so the tremor's not building up in the slightest. Really not being too scary, are you? Are you now? Okay, death, nice. The rupture did a lot there. And you'll take some damage. Not quite enough to get stagger or anything because you're neutral to the slash, but that's fine. We've run on a tremor once again. I think there's at least one like fight against K Corp where he was actually getting like a decent bit of tremor, I think. That was because it was floor 1 though, in one of the prior runs, right? Or was it this run? I don't remember. The 3 runs kind of had the exact same start, give or take, so not the most easy to distinguish, but yeah, they actually got a fair bit of tremor off on us. Probably just got lucky having it, so they actually used stuff that would count. Right, let's prioritize that. We're doing 20% more damage this turn, thanks to the passive from Ryoshu being active. Also have a bit more clash power thanks to Yi-Sung's passive. Got a lot of passive triggering. Actually, a lot of the 7 Association passives are just gluttony resin, so I think we've got a lot of them triggering right now. Because we do have a lot of 7 people on our team, just coincidentally, it would seem. But it's shop time with not a lot of cost to our name. I'll refresh a couple times, see if we get lucky. No dice. Okay, that's fine. Well, we'll head to the rest stop. Ooh. Stars. We're not gonna have enough cost to do anything too special here. That's fine. We get at least one fight before the rest stop, so... We'll be at, like, what, 100-ish cost for this?
최선을 다해보지. 방금 벌레 말은 듣지 않다는 사람 누구야?
Yeah, we can declare blade you. Seems good.
제가 도움이 될지는 모르겠지만 노력해 보겠습니다.
You're weak to this. You'll take some damage. This okay. Seems good. Rupture counts are still staying nice and high. The skill 1s and skill 3s are actually rupture neutral now that we have the talisman at ++. Because because normally they're -1 on rupture count, yeah? With the thing, because like the skill 3 has a rupture attack and a non-rupture coin, while the skill 1 has a non-rupture coin. Because they're both slash attacks, they get an additional +1 rupture count after the attack happens, so they can be rupture neutral. I mean, if someone's been hit by like a skill 2, they're pretty much like set for the rest of the run, that they're going to be stuck with the rupture. Which is pretty good. They'd hit with like anything at all, really. We're not going to see enemies at 1 rupture count. Much if at all. I don't think. Unless I'm wrong, though.
유효타 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
Back to it. It's just this guy left. Easy enough target, that's for sure. This one's weak to slash, I believe, so the 6 eyes target will just straight up stagger, and then we can kill with the skill 2. Nice. Very excellent. Onward as we keep on going. Okay. 92 costs. We cannot do anything in this rest stop. I don't think. Oh, we could enhance one of these, technically speaking. That doesn't change anything. That doesn't change anything. That technically changes something. Although I think I should just leave. Now we have some Abnos to fight. Should go decently enough. Abnos are usually fine enough in solo encounters. Mainly, like, evasion is where it really matters, but, like, I think we're gonna be fine. We just immediately hit you with, like, a decay blade. You're weak to the gluttony, so you'll take some good damage from this. Excellent. And we also take some good damage from this, but, like, that's pretty bearable. And your Pierce attacks don't do too much to us. We're weak to Wrath. Is that the issue? That might be. What are your weaknesses? Yeah, Wrath and Envy. Those are the two. Thought it was something like that. Nope. Keep on going. Just keep on clashing with these guys, because I don't like them. I want them dead. They're just too tanky. They're just too fast, I guess. That's why I like going for them. They've got, like, what is it, like a 4 to 6 speed range or something? I might be exaggerating, but, you know, they're fast. That's what I'm getting at. So I like killing the Gloom ones first. They're also weak to Pierce, which we don't exactly have much of on this team, for sure, but that's fine. Probably should clash the fastest people once again here, because there's a decent chance we get staggered. We'll have to see. My dog's coughing a little bit. Still don't know how well that picks up in the mic. I know it sometimes does pick up, but who can say? The bigger strange coughing noises and like deep breathing or whatever, that is my dog Cracker. Just kind of laying next to me right now. Just chilling. Okay. You're fine. You're fine. Nice. Yeah, we healed up from the staggering, and that just kind of invalidated these guys' ability to do much of anything. Pretty convenient. We can try that. The explosive Wrath Clash might not go well, but that's fine, so. Nice. You're weak to this. Another stagger, more healing for us. We lose this clash, it's fine. We're weak to the Wrath, so it does a lot of damage despite our Pierce resistance, and also the fact the Wrath guys just do a lot of damage just in general. Another stagger though, 203 HP, and we're at the point where no matter what, we will be able to clash with everyone from now on. We'll start off with something like this and see how well that does. I don't think they're all dead here, but I think a decent chunk of them should hopefully die here. Yep, that's a death. The people who have Rupture stacked up are super dead. Yeah, the Wrath guy is going to survive though, since we haven't done much damage to him. There's the stagger though, we're at max HP once again, and chances are we're not going to drop much below that for the rest of the run. Or for the rest of the fight. We're definitely dropping... we're definitely losing HP during this run. Epic misspeak moment. There we go. Another one bites the dust. Okay, boss time. What was it? Fish. That's right. You know what that means? Fish. As they say. How do we feel about the fish? It's got slash attacks. The tail is going to be really scary. We're going to need to deal with that first and foremost and just let everything else hit us. The blunts are neutral. We are weak to envy, so you know that's not the best. And I guess we do resist gloom, so that's good. I think tail whip is the biggest deal, though. Power down is rude, but the fragile is the rudest thing, and the fact that it's, you know, the only flash attack this guy has, so definitely need to clash against it. And we should be able to kill, like, the tail in due time. It's one of the two parts that you can actually just break on the fish alongside the actual fluid stack itself, but it'll be fine. The attack power down will hurt, especially if he gets the heads on this one. He did not. Okay, so it's only 2. If you got the heads there, it would have been 5, which would have meant we were not going to clash this turn. Now we've still got a decent chance of clashing with at least something. If we can do that on tail whip, maybe we should pop like a Dimension Shredder right now. And we're going to be doing it next turn, though. No, let's just try seeing if we can clash against one of these. Actually, you know what? We're going to Dimension Shredder one of those. If we can stagger the left leg with this, that would be ideal. Because we don't want either of these to go through, because the attack power down could be really rude. Okay, yep, bind next turn. There's no avoiding it. We're going to be 1 speed next turn. I'm fine with that. I've accepted that. Tails, it's fine. Oh, this means our clash chances are actually going to be pretty bad in the other one now, aren't they? Against the tail. There's a very decent chance we get tails and just lose. What are you doing? Okay, we still won the clash, that's good. We get some sanity back thanks to that, that's good. Oh. Good boy? Are you good? He seems good. Okay, 4 attack power down this turn, not very nice. The tail is doing nothing though, that's at least a little bit of solace. Might be a turn where we try and see if we can destroy... Even this is neutral, ooh. We do not want the bleed, though. The bleed is not good. What, did we just try and do the best we can? I don't know. We'll do Dimension Shredder. We'll do that in one of these, because there's a decent chance we could theoretically beat that. But, like, you're going first no matter what. So, like, either we clash you or we... Oh, we can't win with either of these, though. Okay. We're getting staggered here, I think. Our best bet is to try and see if we can at least clash against these a little bit. And nope. That's fine. Yeah, we're getting staggered. The bleed, I mean, the good thing is the bleed is relatively minor, all things considered. Ooh, we barely won that. Nice. Nope, stop. You can't chew on that. He just started chewing on a... That is the first time he has tried to chew a cord. That is not good. So far, he has ignored them entirely. Gregor. Oh, yep, there's the stagger as well. Well, at least you got the tails there, so you didn't inflict the 20 bleed. Not that it would have made too big of a difference. And you get a bunch of damage on us this turn, but not that much, so we get 3 protection. So that's good. What am I gonna do about you? Oh god. The fact that my dog might start chewing cords is a big thing, and I was lucky enough that he had not attempted such a thing before now. But now I know that he is considering attempting such things. Not good. Also doing like nothing this turn. We need to just break these body parts so that you stop inflicting stupid amounts of attack power down on us. Like, look at this, minus 12 attack skill final power this turn. Like, what do we even do? Why even bother clashing? No, stop. You're okay. Over here, come here. Okay, that's good at least. Whatever just happened there was good. We're at least getting the rupture stuff triggering, even if we're rolling zeros. That's good. -6 this turn, but we have broken the tail now. That is another important thing to factor in. So we just attack the body and just pray for the best. How's the body doing on rupture? Decent? Okay. Yeah. We're just gonna try and see if we can rupture this guy to death. That's my best idea at this point. Because trying to clash against him is not going well. Not at all. That's fine. 50 damage is scary, but bearable. Yeah, look at the rupture building up. As well. And, I mean, we just do the same thing this turn, right? 69 count? Okay, yeah. We do as much of these non-skill 1 attacks as possible because they've got more coins, and hopefully that goes well. Boy, what are you doing? God, the Zero's doing doing so much damage to stuff. Oh right, we broke the body. I forgot about that. Okay. Maybe we should have done this all on like one of the arms then. That's fine. You always forget about those during the page. I kind of go all in on the body sooner or later, and it just kind of backfires. Whoops, did not mean to hit that. Doesn't matter that I'm multitasking now, trying to prevent my dog from, you know, destroying something or whatever it is he's currently trying to do. You're being so silly, buddy. Come here, come here, come here. I have no idea what he's fixating himself on right now. Oh well, there we go. Fish is dead. Fish is dead. No more worrying about that. Onto the final floor, finally. Yeah, that's a bit of a long run. Long video more so than anything else. The run itself isn't anything like too bad as far as length goes. Bleed, tremor, sinking. That's slot weight up. Whatever. We're not even mass attacking. I'll take the coin. Plot weight does not mean anything for us, because our only mass attack would be the egos we cannot fuel right now. We could fuel them eventually, don't get me wrong. That might be something to actually, like, factor in. But, we're fine.
오케이, 작전 지역 진입 확인했어.
네, 입감 양호합니다.
What is it? Do you have something? Are you eating something that you shouldn't be eating? As soon as I call him out for it, he like stops doing it. Oh, and now he's trying to be super cute. He's trying to convince me to stop paying attention to his mischievous doing. He's just gotten so he's built up so much confidence these past few days, and now you know it's kind of backfiring. He's so confident that he's willing to eat wires and do all that sort of stuff. Silly boy. And Hong Lu's getting beaten up a little bit now. That's fine.
우리가 질 거라는 거.
He's
알고 있지?
okay. Yeah. Okay, another ampule, or I guess that's the first ampule, but you know what I mean. Another revival type fight.
총체적 난국이에요.
Okay, what's better here? Probably the Decay Blade. I guess you do resist the Gluttony, but like, that's fine. You resist the Slash more, I'm fairly certain. Could check that, double check, but I'm fairly certain about my assessment of the situation at hand, so I'm not too concerned. Okay, we got our sanity back a little bit now, that's good. These guys are doing far too much damage to Hong Lu's mental health for my liking. Okay, trigger another ampule, that's fine. Means we just heal more every turn. We've spent all the rupture. The tremor bursting does absolutely nothing, don't know why they bother. And I mean we just gotta keep on attacking. That's all there is to do. That's the thing about K Corp Hong Lu is hey, the strategies aren't that interesting, because you mostly just attack and you just survive.
완전히 녹아내렸네. 완전히
칼날이 잘 드네요.
탱고다.
아마 그 공격이 약점이었겠죠.
One of them has died. Excellent news. Excellent news. We're on a good path to finally killing all these guys. We're not doing too much damage, and they're kind of tanky. They're not doing much damage to us. I'm really tanky. It's the kind of thing that doing something. But yeah, the red sheet guys especially tend to die.
공식을 기억하는 게 좋겠어요.
유효타 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
완전히 녹아내렸네.
일반적인 상황에선 선택하지 않을
Sure,
방식이
lay down. You're okay. You're okay.
이유가 있었으리라 다소 유리하구려.
Good puppy.
적출할게요. 완전히 녹아내렸네.
Okay, I get the whatever it's called, the gluttony ego one. It's not good. Shh. It's a tier 3 for some reason though, so I guess I could sell it.
금방이죠.
I get desperate.
투입합니다.
Could happen, could happen. And that's one fight down on this floor though. Okay, bugs are
여기다가
not too bad. We can do some good damage to these guys, I believe. And they can't do much damage to us.
차.
맞서보죠. 우리들에게 이깟 파도
Size
별거
you.
아니잖아요.
아이고.
Love being just kind of beat at relentlessly for a couple of turns.
어떤
That's the K Corp Hong Lu game plan after all. You just you get staggered, they beat you up a little bit, you're fine, and you finally kill them after, waiting 5 turns to get a decent amount of skill slots.
걱정 마시오. 최후의 혈구 하나만 남아 있다면
Such is the will of Prescript.
어떻게라도 보존될.
Not my Prescript's in this situation, but like such is the will of the will of K Corp, will of Hong Lu. Something like that. You know what I mean.
다시 복구하긴 힘들걸요?
Good.
완전히 녹아내렸네. 에? 자,
효과적이네요. 조금씩 나아가고 있네요. 이 방식을 기억하는 게 좋겠어요. 계속 힘내주세요.
적출할게요. 에? 자,
적확한 한압이었어.
You're good. He's jumping. He's jumping up on me now. Don't do that. I can't teach him to jump up on people because well, I'm fine with it. I know other people aren't.
복구하긴 힘들걸요?
저기
It's very adorable though.
처리하면 편할 것 같아요.
Very adorable, buddy.
적출할게요.
Can't squeeze through there. What are you doing? What are you doing?
자,
This is the best way to go about a K Corp Hong Lu right now, because nothing is happening, so I'm just watching my dog instead.
에? 다시 복구하긴
Seeing what he's doing, although I kind of needed to watch him. What are you doing? What? No!
에?
He's trying to get out of the right.
약점이었겠죠?
Get out of there, buddy.
에? 다시 복구하긴
오,
힘들걸요? 완전히
좋다. 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
에? 다시 복구하긴 힘들걸요? 완전히 녹아내렸네.
What do I get here? Smoke and wires are tormented horseshoe. I guess the horseshoe is technically better. 2 poise pokes due to 2 random amounts without poise. Okay, so we have a 10% chance to crit, once per turn. That's all it does.
투입합니다.
Brr. You're not gonna keep him being a miscreant, are you?
맞서보죠. 우리들에게
Are you? I think he's gonna keep him being a miscreant. That's how it is.
다시 복구하긴 힘들걸요?
저기 저 개체부터 처리하면 편할 것 같아요.
적출할게요.
Now he's licking my toes, yeah. Ah. I wish I had a better way to entertain him. Because the thing is, he's just kind of bored. The thing is, he still can't, I can't, play fetch or anything like that with him right now. He's still... He's had surgery so recently.
다시 복구하긴 힘들걸요?
공격 능력 평가.
He was neutered recently, since he was taken to
완전히
shelter recently, and then
이
that's when I got him.
기억하는 게
Oh,
좋겠어요.
bless you.
너의 싸움은 우수했어.
적출할게요.
That's okay. In a couple of days, I'll be able to actually do stuff with him. Then he's gonna be feeling a lot better, I hope.
아이고,
There's the stagger. Yep. This is how it goes. We already know the plan.
와, 이러다가 죄다 박살나겠어요. 이거 계속 가는 게 맞나요?
What are you doing? What are you doing? Just trying to be a sneaky little guy as much as he can.
최선을 다해보지. 방금
Oh well.
듣지 않다는 사람 누구야?
You know, that's good enough.
아무래도 증오를
God.
부렸어야 했나 봐요.
Surely, has K Corp Hong Lu always been this boring? I think it's the fact that every fight takes like 3 minutes longer because you get staggered, and there's a turn where you don't get staggered. It just made him so much less interesting to use because like you're doing even less, and K Corp Hong Lu was already like such like a simple run, since like you really weren't doing much of anything. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna just call the rent there. Yeah, give me my reward. There we go. There's the funny banner. How does that look? I don't think I've seen it yet. What was this funny effect going to be? Oh, there's some sparkles. It's very hard to see. Okay, that's kind of boring. That's fine. I wasn't planning on using it anyway, so I'm not too concerned. Give me that. Let me do my extractions. I think I've learned my lesson not to solo with K Corp Hong Lu. I've gotta stick to shortish runs, I guess, right now. While I still have a puppy to deal with. Can't really divert all my attention here right now. Which is unfortunate, but you know, that's fine. I'm still gonna keep on doing the daily runs, of course. Need to try and do them when he's hopefully relatively asleep. But yeah. Moral of the story, just don't solo with K Corp Hong Lu. That'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.